Capricorn, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? What is good with you? Time for your weekly check-in. We're going to see what's happening with y'all in the first week of October. October week 1. So, weekly check-ins are just a short, quick, general, energetic overview. Any of you need a personal reading, you can always go straight to my website if you want, tarotwithrich.com. I have a link for that right down here in the description of this video. All right. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. From now on in October, I'm starting every reading off with my 2 Halloween decks. The Halloween Tarot and Sleepy Hollow. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, man. How's the energy looking between Capricorn and their situation and the person you're dealing with? How's it looking? Give me some rainbows and unicorns tonight, y'all. I want some rainbows and unicorns. I'm not in the mood to read no negative shit tonight. I'm not in the mood for it. But you know me, I'm going to read whatever comes through. All right, 3 shuffles. Here's 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, world card. Ooh, that could be a step in the right direction. Possibly. Death card reversed. Oh, and the 5 of Wands. Oh, 10 of Swords. 10 of Wands. All right. 8 of Cups reversed. Dude, look. I think there's going to be a reconnection. I think so. 8 of Cups reversed. Death reversed. That's a reconnection right there. I don't know how it's happening. I don't know if you're taking action towards them, they're taking action towards you, or maybe y'all are just bumping into each other out in public somewhere or something. I don't know. But I do think a reconnection is happening. And doesn't take long. Doesn't take long before it pops off into some kind of drama. And I've been there, man. I've been there. I don't know if any of you have ever been there before. But especially if this is somebody you haven't seen in a long time. And your subconscious mind kind of buries the bad shit you don't really remember. You know, you don't remember what the problems were that you used to have. It just that kind of gets buried to the pit of your subconscious mind, you know? And then you reconnect with them. And it don't take long at all to pick up right where you left off. Right where you left off. And it's like, oh my God. Okay. I remember now. I remember. And then that, you see this happen all the time. That's all the closure you need. All the closure you need. So I know I don't know if I told you all this analogy before, but to me, it kind of reminds me of that feeling where you watch a movie for the first time since you were a little kid. You know that feeling? When you had like a favorite movie when you were like 10 years old. And you just don't see it again for another 20, 25 years. And then you watch it again when you're 30, 35 for the first time since you were a little kid, and it makes so much more sense than you thought it did. Similar effect can happen in a situation like this. So, okay. Well, let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. Do they mean well, or are they just a dumbass? Are they really playing games with you, or are they just immature? World card again. Well, maybe they're wanting closure too. Maybe. Okay. Devil card. Could be a fellow Capricorn for some of you. Karmic wheel in the upright. Well, so first of all, whatever this is, it hasn't changed. So whatever demon this person had attached to them, maybe they had some sort of addiction issue, or I don't know, gambling problem, or porno problem, or smoking, or drinking, or shopping, or sex, whatever it was, that has not changed at all. Honestly, I feel like this person is still the exact same person that you walked away from. I think so. I think so. If anything, I think they're just wanting closure. And so that's what makes the whole situation kind of confusing. If they're wanting closure, then how is it popping off into some drama again? That doesn't make any sense. King of Swords again. I honestly just kind of feel like this person's a little bit too immature. And they have some insecurity issues. All right. Well, I don't think they have bad intentions. I really don't. That doesn't mean that they're not doing bad things. It doesn't mean that they're an innocent little angel. It means that they're coming from a good place. They're just very misled, if that makes sense. Let's get the advice. What's the advice for Capricorn? Well, I tell you, a world card again, man. Every spread I've pulled. Devil card again. All right. So, especially if this is somebody that you've already been around the block with a few times and you already know what the deal is, don't let the cycle repeat itself. Like when you feel the situation taking a turn back to what it used to be, just stop it right there. Somebody has to break the cycle. A cycle will repeat itself until somebody makes the decision to put an end to it. So, like for example, let's say you all are just always arguing about that same damn thing. I can't even think of an example off the top of my head, but it's just always that same damn argument. Over and 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 over. And then, you reconnect with them. And then you feel them starting to poke at that same argument and saying that same fucking thing that triggers that reaction out of you. Don't do that this time. This time, rather than reacting, getting triggered like you used to, step back and say, you know what? I'm not playing this game with you. I'm not playing this game with you. I wish you love and light. It was good knowing you. Deuces. Deuces. Later. Block them if you have to. try the best you can to avoid it popping off into that drama, because even though that will give you a sense of closure, it will still add a little bit more of a karmic tie at the same time. And we want to like eliminate as much of that energy as we possibly can. That's the whole goal of closure. Closing out one cycle and then creating another karmic tie there is it's counterproductive. All right, let's see how the energy's looking for the singles. How's it looking for the singles? Single Capricorns, first week of October. Anything good coming in? Anything bad coming in? Anything coming in at all? Eight of Swords reversed. I feel like this is, I don't know, this is geared towards those of you who have your eye on a specific person. That's not the intention I'm putting into it, but I am kind of feeling like there is something. I'm kind of feeling like something's happening between you and somebody. And I think for a lot of you, it's somebody that you have your eye on. And like always, especially if you've had their eye on them for a while and the tension has been building for a while, as soon as it's made official, the energy changes and the tension builds, and you start going through this internal mental battle, wondering, am I just tripping? Am I overthinking this? Am I pushing you away? Am I doing or saying something? Why are you acting different, or am I just feeling different? And then the tension starts building. But I think that you're starting to feel like you're seeing some red flags. Devil card again. Maybe you're starting to wonder if all this person really wants is a sex-based connection. Maybe they have an addiction issue. But you're starting to feel like you're seeing red flags. Yeah, this is turning really, really tense. Really tense. Soon as y'all get together. All right. Could be a fellow Capricorn for some of you. I have Aries and Pisces as well. I think a lot of you are suspecting a third party. All right. Let's see their energies and intentions. What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Ooh, they want to avoid drama? What? Something about avoiding conflict? Do you intimidate this person a little bit, I wonder? I mean, they do. Okay, so I hate this when this comes through like this. So they do find you very attractive, but I think they are too hung up on something from their past, and that is clouding their ability to focus on building a connection with anyone else. Now, I don't think they're trying to actually return back to a past person. They are walking away from the past, but it still takes up every ounce of space in their mind. So when you're in that place and you try to get into a relationship, it don't work, man. It don't work. It don't. All right. Now, Let's see if there's any advice we can get for this. I get nervous about advice from these kind of situations here because there's always a very important lesson in a situation like this. And as fucked up as this may sound, sometimes we have to learn lessons, you know? Sometimes it be like that, though. Let's see if any advice does want to come through. World card reverse this time. And karmic wheel again. Damn, dog. Well, yeah, like I said, there's not really a whole lot of intricate advice. Of course, you know my go-to. You know my default go-to advice. Do not extend or accept a love offer unless you are 100% sure that you know how they feel about you. But a lot of people don't even really fully comprehend what I mean when I say that. So you're probably going to end up extending or accepting a love offer anyways. And then beyond that point, if you have extended or accepted a love offer from somebody that you're feeling a little bit confused about their feelings, beyond that point, unless you're just willing to keep them at an arm's distance, you know, it's going to have to play out the way it's going to play out. Like I always say, express your concerns, you know, in the most calm, cool, kind, and polite manner as possible. You know, do the best you can to see if you can let it be known that, you know, you're a little bit concerned, because sometimes it's kind of hard to tell where you stand with them, and kind of wish sometimes you'd communicate a little bit better, because I don't really know what's going on with you or how you're feeling about me. And then beyond that, the only thing that I can say is don't put up with inconsistent behavior for a long, drawn out, extended period of time. Don't do that. But again, sometimes it has to play out the way it's going to play out. This is one of those types of situations where if you've never been in this situation before, there's nothing I can really tell you. The only thing I can do is plant the seeds, right? Most of advice is planting seeds. Because I'll plant the seeds. Even if you don't really understand it, that's okay. And like I've said before, I would rather you not take my advice if you don't fully understand it. So I plant the seeds, and then you go through what you're going to go through. It unfolds and plays out the way I said it would, and then that's when the seeds start to bloom. Then that's when it starts to make a little bit more sense. But maybe not 100%. Maybe you got to go through that cycle again. And then those seeds bloom even higher. See what I'm saying? So just, like I said, try to keep in mind. I know I fucking beat this like a dead horse, man, but when you're confused about how somebody feels about you, you're never going to recover from that. Never going to recover from that. If you go too long, 60 days, 90 days, confused about someone's feelings. I mean, I'm just going to say I've never seen anyone recover from that. Maybe you have. Okay, I'll give you that. I haven't, though. From everything I've ever seen, if you're confused about how somebody feels about you after 60 days, 90 days, I've never seen somebody go from being confused to being 100% confident in how someone feels. Maybe it's happened. I've just never witnessed it. So just keep an eye on that energy and don't fucking put up with it. All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.